Welcome dear students. I am Sheetal Naik, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany from Government College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Sanglim, Goa. Today we are going to learn on the program TYBSc, Subject Botany, Semester 5, Course Code BOC 106, Course Title Cell Biology and Biochemistry. So today we are going to deal on the topic Properties and Functions of Alkaloids belonging to Unit 5 Secondary Metabolites. Outline of this program. So introduction, classification of alkaloids, functions of alkaloids and summary. Learning outcomes. So describes the types of alkaloids, explains the role of alkaloids in living organisms and classifies the alkaloids. Coming on to introduction. Secondary metabolites are chemicals produced by plants for which actually no role is been found in growth, photosynthesis, reproduction and other primary functions. But then you may say, what is alkaloid then? So these alkaloids are of plant origin or animal origin, but alkaloids of plant origin are derived from amino acids and are often contain one or more heterocyclic rings containing nitrogen atoms. So this is very important with respect to alkaloids. See, alkaloids are often isolated from plants and are used as pure compounds, and most of the plants contain alkaloids, and nearly 10% of all plant species produce alkaloids as secondary metabolites, where they function predominantly in defense against herbivores and pathogens. Now coming on to alkaloids. See, these alkaloids are a large family of more than 15,000 nitrogen containing secondary metabolites and are mainly found in 20% of the species of vascular plants. So if you look into secondary metabolites, so alkaloids are the largest family which contains nitrogen containing secondary metabolites. And the nitrogen atom in these substances is usually part of a heterocyclic ring, and a ring contains both nitrogen as well as carbon atoms. And as the name suggests, alkaloids, so most of the alkaloids are alkaline. So, examples of alkaloids are morphine, ephedrine, quinine, nicotine and strychnine. So these are the common examples of alkaloids, and these alkaloids are a huge group of naturally occurring organic compounds which contain nitrogen atoms in their structure. See, based on the structure, so alkaloids are classified also, and most of the alkaloids are colorless, crystalline and non-volatile solids. But there are certain extremities wherein some of the alkaloids are even liquids. For example, quinine and nicotinine are liquids at ordinary temperatures. Apart from that, some of them may be colored. Okay. So examples are berberine is yellow in color, betaine is red colored, and sanguinarine is brick red, and canadine is orange colored. And these alkaloids are usually bitter in taste and are insoluble in water, but some are soluble or slightly soluble. But they are soluble in most of the organic solvents. Many of these alkaloids exhibit important pharmacological properties. Next, moving on to classification. See, alkaloids are classified into 4 different groups, namely true alkaloids, proto-alkaloids, pseudo-alkaloids and false alkaloids. First one is true alkaloids, which is also called as typical alkaloids, and these are derived from amino acids and they have nitrogen in the heterocyclic ring, and example for this is atropine. Okay? And next is the proto-alkaloids, wherein these proto-alkaloids are derived from amino acids and they do not contain nitrogen in their heterocyclic ring. Example for this is ephedrine. Next is pseudo-alkaloids. See, these pseudo-alkaloids, as the name indicates, so these are not derived from amino acids, but they have a nitrogen in the heterocyclic ring. And example for this is caffeine. Next is false alkaloids. So these false alkaloids are non-alkaloids, but they give positive reaction with alkaloidal reagents. So these are the different types of alkaloids. Next, coming on to their functions. So in spite of widespread distribution of alkaloids in plants, their actual physiological role is not known. But so many scientists have worked on it, and they suggest that alkaloids provide protection against insects and herbivores due to their bitterness and toxicity. See, grazing animals usually graze on the plants, but what happens is when they feed on these plants containing alkaloid, due to their taste and toxicity, they do not overgraze them. Okay? They are in certain the final products of detoxification. See, some of these are sources of nitrogen in case of nitrogen deficiency, and sometimes they also act as growth regulators in certain metabolic systems. They are utilized as a source of energy in case of deficiency in carbon dioxide assimilation. Okay. So in the carbon cycle, if there is any deficiency of carbon dioxide assimilation, so then alkaloids play an important role as source of energy. Next, coming on to summary. So secondary metabolites are chemicals produced by plants for which no role has yet been found in growth, photosynthesis, reproduction, or other primary functions. So these alkaloids are classified as true alkaloids, protoalkaloids, pseudoalkaloids, and false alkaloids. And alkaloids provide protection against insects and herbivores due to their bitterness and toxicity. So they may be used as a source of energy in case of deficiency in carbon dioxide assimilation. So with this, it is done. Okay. So these are some of the offline references wherein you can refer, and these are some online references. Yes. Thank you for watching.